Hello, welcome to the West Ham Way YouTube. Myself, Mark Harlow, and Riley Finch. Riley, we're days away now from the transfer window closing. West Ham have worked very hard, I think, this window. We've worked, miracles really in terms of some of the players we've brought in. We did a video, I think, about a month ago, around that kind of time. We were talking about whether Gold and Sullivan and the club have delivered, or they're looking to deliver, and what we need to see in terms of ambition shown, and whether we can keep certain players happy, etc., etc. We're now weeks on from there. I'm personally really, really happy. I'm so impressed with how we've done our business this summer. I don't think we've spent stupid amounts of money either, but we've done some very clever business. Is this the ambition we wanted to see, Riley? That's the first question. Are you happy? Are you seeing the ambition that you think that finally that is being delivered, or do you still look at it and think not too sure?
I mean, it's probably double what I thought we'd achieve at the start of this window. I really thought we were going to have a very poor transfer window. I think the best bit of business we've done is bringing in someone like Newman. I mean, he seems to have really shored up our transfer approach.
Yeah.
The sort of names that he's linking us with, Scamacca, bro, like there's a very few names this window we've been linked with that I've thought, I don't want him at the club, or he won't be a good fit. I think most of the players that we've gone for, as opposed to obviously the history of West Ham, just sort of trying to get someone through the doors. I mean, players like Jordan Hugill, for instance, Robert Snodgrass. No disrespect to him, obviously he's a great player, but the fact that the names that Newman's been mentioning, and the fact that we've actually managed to even get some of them is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if we do get this Paqueta deal over the line, which it is looking as though we will, I think we're the second top spenders in the league. I think, or potentially even the first top spenders in the league. So money doesn't guarantee you success, but like I say, we've been smart with the money we've spent, but you kind of have to spend money to get a little bit of success in this business.
Yeah.
And the fact that we've signed this will be our 8th player signed, Paqueta, potentially another 9. I mean, that's the kind of numbers we were talking about at the start of the window that we needed, and it's a huge transitional period for us. We've just lost Mark Noble, lost I think 7 or 8 players you've just lost as well, and players. We've got teams like Newcastle snapping at our heels who've just signed like Isaac and are looking really, really good in the league right now. So it's been a really, really tough window for us, and I think we've been absolutely amazing. I think it's been a brilliant window, and we've shown enough ambition to where if you want to show it to somebody like Rice and say, look what we've built around you. I think we've shown a lot of ambition this window.
I agree, mate. I think that this window feels like a step forward for the club. Like, you're right, it feels the caliber of players that we're being linked with, not only being linked with, but actually getting deals done for now is greatly improved. It's almost like we're finally delivering on what was promised all those years ago from Gold and Sullivan on the move to the stadium, that we wanted to compete for top level football. We wanted to be bringing Champions League football to West Ham fans and all this kind of stuff. This window feels like that's where we are now. We seem to be a club now that really is taking things seriously. We're not happy just to plod around. We're not happy to settle mid-table or Premier League survival. This is a club now that really wants to win things. This is, and I think a lot as well. What I'm quite excited about is a lot of the players that joined as well talk about the project. They're really excited by it. So there's obviously something going on at West Ham where we are pushing on now. We do want to win things. We do want to be successful. And I think, like you just touched on, Rob Newman, it seems like we've gone up a gear. Like, we really see the players that we're getting done, the way we're doing it as well. We're not getting mugged off. We're negotiating well. We're not paying stupid wages and just to get anyone through the door desperately, which has been if you look back the years past, West Ham, when we had Magnuson investment, and we were buying players then, and we bought in some very good players, Scotty Parker and Craig Bellamy. But I remember at the time we were just throwing money left, right, and centre, desperately just trying to get players through the door. Whereas it just feels different now. It feels like a more classy way of doing things. And I mean, I'm absolutely delighted, and full credit to the owners. I've been a massive critic of the West Ham owners, David Sullivan and Gold and Brady, and think they've been, the relationship with the fans has been so fractured for so long. But it does feel like they're finally delivering. They're finally taking the club to where they promised they would take us. I'm thrilled, mate. I'm really excited. I know we've had a tough start to the season, but arguably to be a little bit expected. We've had big change. Captain's gone. Players have gone. We've got new players coming in. And let's be honest, we didn't deserve to lose at Nottingham Forest. We deserved to win that match. We were very unlucky. We're all right. We were poor against Brighton. But...
And to be fair, we've had our bogey team and the best team in the world. Like, it is a tough start. I know people are looking at it saying, oh, it's only Brighton. But if you know West Ham, you know that Brighton ranks up there with, I'd honestly rather play United. I'd rather play Arsenal. I feel like we play better against Chelsea. Brighton, for me, is like up there with the worst games that we could possibly play as West Ham. Because for some reason, we just really struggle against 3 backs, 2 well-drilled sides, and 3 against Seagulls. I don't know.
I think something about those pesky Seagulls.
We've got some sort of, I don't know what's going on. But anyway, it is a poor start. But Arsenal had 3 straight losses last season.
And
they went on to get
as well, mate. When we finished 6th that season, we lost our opening 2 games, I believe. We struggled and we looked quite off the pace, and we all thought. And I remember thinking at the time, "Oh, it's another poxy season. We're going to really struggle again. Relegation battle all year and all that." And then we ended up, getting into the Europa League. So I'm not getting too despondent about that. I think, and Moyes has already said it. Been very confident in his words. We will be fine. Like, we're going to be right up there this season. We're going to be great. Things will click. And I think that's just the case. We have brought in new players. It's a fresh team now, and the players it will take a bit of time to adapt. The dressing room's going to be a little bit different as well.
I actually think it's a good thing that the whole team's playing poorly. I know honestly, hear me out here. I think if individuals were playing poorly, then
you're going to get flated for this, but you are aware what you're about to say. People are now going to be tapping away, going, "What is this?"
Yeah, but what I mean is, if the whole team is playing poorly, then something just needs to click and something just needs to be done. Like, it's a quick fix, if you know what I mean. But if individuals in the team are playing poorly, and if Rice was playing 10 out of 10 week in, week out, and so was Bowen, you'd have to say, well, what's going on at the club? Why are these players not playing very well? The fact that everyone's not playing well just shows that we just need to go up again, and something's going to click in the next couple of weeks, and we're going to be back to where we are. That's what I personally think. I think it's actually less worrying that the whole team's playing poorly than it would be if everyone was playing pretty deep.
I agree. And I think a lot of it's down to confidence as well. I think they're just lacking a little bit of confidence. I think that once that clicks, what it's like. Football's all about confidence. When you're playing well and you feel like you can beat anybody, you win every week near enough. You look forward to every match. When you go for a little bit of this is a blip. This is a bit of a bad spell. This is normal. All clubs go through it. Liverpool are going through it. Liverpool,
that's what I'm saying as well.
Liverpool could quite easily be champions of this league this season. Easily, like they're going to be right up there. They'll be in the top 4, absolutely, 100%. And they're struggling. They're really struggling to get going. And the Klopp's, and you've got Liverpool fans talking about getting rid of Klopp, and it's ridiculous. It's just that happens at football clubs. You are going to have little bad patches. It's just that's all we're going for, a little bit of a bad patch. We need to just get winning again, get some decent results going. Once we've got a good run. If you're talking about beating, if we can say beat Tottenham at home, then we go away to Chelsea, get a result there, everyone will be talking about us being top 4 like that very quickly. Bang, our West Ham are going to be right up there. That's all. It can change very fast. Like you said, Arsenal last season were bottom of the league after 3 matches. We've got. I think they lost something like 5-0 or something like that to Man City. I think it might have been more. I can't remember.
Yeah, no, they got beat pretty bad, and they lost on the opening day to Brentford and looked awful.
Yeah, and they were bullied off the pitch. And then Arsenal, arguably one of their best seasons in the last 10 years last year. Like, they did really well, looked really solid towards the end, and then, dare I say it, they're going to be right up there again this season. They look a really good side. So I don't think we need to worry and panic. And there's definitely for me, any consideration of losing the manager or anything like that. I just think it's just a bit of a blip and we'll be fine. But yeah, in terms of back to the window, mate, I think the club have really delivered on their promises. I think they've said that they wanted to show ambition. We were all very, very angry and upset with the January transfer window that went. We all saw an opportunity missed. And I still, to this day, believe that was the case. And still, I think... why we didn't act then, I don't know why. But that being said, if this is the way we're going to deal with it, that's the reason they weren't going to pay silly money. They wanted to wait till the summer to get the right deals over. They've delivered, mate. It's just now down to the team and the manager now to make this happen. And I'm excited, mate, about this season. I don't know about you. I'm really, really excited.
I don't know if I'm excited about this season per se, but obviously I think our future is really, really bright. I think it might take a little while to get all these new players in and click in, and something behind closed doors was going on. Like, I would like to just clarify that I'm not saying it's a good thing the team is playing badly.
Oh, you said that, Riley. You did. That's exactly what you said.
No, I'm saying it's less worrying that the team is playing badly compared to individuals. Just want to clarify that before I get slated for some reason once again.
Yeah, because for some reason you get quite a lot of negative comments. I don't know why. I don't know why that is. I think it's just
I don't know, maybe.
Figure.
Maybe they just know you're the big head honcho. I'm just the easy target, I guess. I don't know, but no. Look, I mean, we were due a big window. We spent 5 million the window before last season. I'm pretty sure we spent close to 60 million. I think 30 million on Vlasic, 23 to 30 million on Zuma. We spent round about sort of 60 million, but 100 million, 120 million is the kind of window we needed this window. And I think if we don't spend that much next window, I think that'll be totally understandable considering what we've done this window. I honestly think GSB have said to boys, look, next window you're not going to have to spend a lot, but we're going to give you a lot of funds this window just to you obviously need to change right now. But you say the phrase "put your money where your mouth is," and that's exactly what GSB have done. And I don't think you can really criticise them for what they've done this window. They've delivered on every front. They've put in a director of football. They've backed Moyes. They've got another investor in. They spent the money that needs to be spent. They've clearly worked really hard on trying to get some deals done as well. So, listen, mate, it's about as much as ambition as you can show. I mean, what more could they possibly do at this point in time? Like, sort of like stadium stuff and Portaloo cabins in the training ground and stuff. I mean, that's going to be a big project, and that probably is down on their list. But in this current time right now, what more could they possibly be doing to show ambition for the club?
Absolutely. I mean, and let's be honest. Yeah, you're right. There are some issues still outstanding. You touched on the stadium there and other bits, and that is great. There is frustrations there, but I think we all know that West Ham are desperate to take that stadium on full time, and I've no doubt in my mind that those talks are going on, and that will happen. I think at some stage that will happen. But that aside, on the pitch, back in the manager, they've done it, and we've done some very good deals as well. It's not like we've just been mugged off and spent stupid amounts of money to get players through the door. We've negotiated well. We're not paid over the odds. I think the wages are pretty straightforward as well. We've stuck to our structure. We're not paying someone. I'm not being rude. No disrespect to them at all, but we're not done a Nottingham Forest, who are just throwing money everywhere just to try and get a team together. Which, all right, fair enough. They're going to probably have to do that. Being in their position, you need to spend a bit more to get the players in. So I do get that, but their wages they're breaking their structure all over the place for anyone to bring to the door. And I just think discontent that will create in a dressing room. If someone's bought a club up and they're earning 20 grand a week, Jesse Lingard's kind of dancing, doing a moonwalk for the dress, earning 400 grand a week, whether he's on, or 300 grand a week, then
But I mean the amount of ambition we've shown in actually sticking to our guns for Jesse Lingard. I mean, probably the best thing that could have happened to us was getting Jesse Lingard turned down.
I always said it, mate. I always said I didn't want him at the club. I kept saying it.
I mean, listen, I remember a bit of a different conversation going on at the start, but I feel like those videos have probably been deleted now or unlisted.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I think there was a fault at YouTube.
Technical difficulty must be. Yeah. But the fact that we stuck to our guns, we weren't going to be we are a bit of a running joke sometimes, West Ham, and the fact that this window we've stuck to our guns, we've been brave. For instance, we stuck on Diop and we got a decent fee for him, and we actually made profit bringing Tilo in, who I actually think looks already better than Diop.
Absolutely. I agree.
I honestly think we've done amazing business. The fact we've got Areola for close to 10 million, Tilo for close to 10 million, Skamaka for 30 million, Downs, young exciting, 13 million, Emerson, I think 13 million as well. We've got 4 really good squad players there. In fact, Areola should be starting for me, and that's £40 million. So we've got a really good mix this window of depth, but also we've got some really exciting talents coming in who might get into the first team. Yeah. So for me, I think it's been the perfect window. We always talk about a 10-10, and I'd love an 8 to join the club, but it's been a 10. You can't ask.
I think that's the missing piece now. Is the midfield. That's the only piece now. We just need to bolster that midfield and add a bit of quality there to play alongside Rice. That's it. And then I think that is a 10 out of 10 window. There's no denying that at all. So no, I'm really, really, really pleased. This is a great time, and finally, I think it's something we can all really be excited about and can see a future. That's the exciting bit. You're starting to see, well, West Ham could be a European force for quite a while. The way this is looking, we could be right up there. And I'm thrilled, mate. Absolutely thrilled.
Totally, mate.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Cheers.